contact, and invite, right? I don't think anybody in that list is going to come to your house, knock on the door in the morning and say, I heard you put my name in the list, please sign me up. That's not going to happen, right? So you need to contact them, you need to invite them. How many of you sitting here are extremely good in that process? How many of you sitting here have challenges in that process? How many of you sitting here have problems, difficulties, challenges, hesitations on inviting, contacting, or prospecting people? Put your hand up. All right. Now, if you master that process, okay? If you master that process of prospecting, if you master that process of contacting, inviting, how will that be beneficial for your business? How? Anybody want to put your hand up? Yeah, how is that going to be beneficial for your business? So now, for you to master this process, all right, of invitation, there are various stages. The first thing I want to share with you is something called as a prospecting mindset. Okay? I hope you understand the word called as mindset. Mindset is basically a frame of mind. It's a particular frame of mind from which you operate. All right? Now, for you to achieve success in anything, you need to operate from a particular frame of mind. Okay? Now, that frame of mind will put you in a particular physical state also. All right? So, it's a combination of mental as well as physical state, which is very much optimal for success in that particular activity. All right? Have you seen the 100 meters dash in Olympics? Have you seen that? The 100 meters run, you've seen that? Guys, have you seen 100 meters run in Olympics? Okay, have you seen me in that? Then you say you have seen it. Okay, how do people stand at the start line in it? Like this? Oh, they have a particular stance, right? Okay, which I don't want to show. Why do they stand like that? I mean, they could always stand like this. When the gun goes, they can just run. They don't do it. They don't stand like this. They have a particular stance, right? Which is the most suitable position for them to achieve their dream or their target, which is, coming first. So now you are in this process of prospecting, okay? And how is your mental and physical state when you talk to a prospect? When you're on the phone, what do? How do most of you prospect your people? Is it on the phone or you do it face to face? Face to face? Telephone? All right. Okay, you don't stand on the roof and shout out, hey, come. That doesn't work here? Okay. That's one of the most effective ways of prospecting. Now, I've seen a lot of people who prospect, who are like, they scratch their head, there's so much of hesitation and they start, the reason I called you, see, are you busy? Can I talk? You sure? If you want, I'll call you later, okay? No? Did you watch the movie yesterday on TV? Okay. Your wife, kids, everybody okay? The other guy will say, I am not married. Then, I want to talk about, you like business? Does that happen to anybody sitting here? Oh, okay. Then you're all experts. No, then I should learn from you. In the initial stages when I used to invite people for presentation, it was a nightmare for me. I don't know whether I told you this. When I joined this business, if I would say that I was an introvert, that would be a massive understatement, okay? I usually didn't talk to people much. I just had a very small group of friends, and that's all I used to hang around with, okay? And so I just slowly over a period of time got converted into where I am today. And at this pace, I'm really worried where I'll be in another 2 years' time. So, you know, when I realized that this is a major weakness on my part, which is the fear when contacting people, then with the help of my uplines, with the help of my mentors, I started working on it, okay? The first thing which really helped me to ease that fear was the proper understanding of what prospecting was, all right? What do you understand by prospecting? This is how I understand. Prospecting is a sorting process. I guess sorting, S-O-R-T-I-N-G, sorting process. Which means you're looking for something. When you're sorting for something, what do? When you don't find what you're looking for, you push aside the other things which come in your way, right? That's what you do when you sort things. And prospecting is basically that. And all that while, I was basically under the impression that prospecting means I have to somehow sign up anybody who comes in front of me. So prospecting was basically a kind of a nightmare for me because I was under this tremendous pressure to contact this person and somehow bring him for presentation, somehow sign him up, right? And just this knowledge or this awareness that, you know, I don't have to basically bring everybody to a presentation, all right? And it's a totally different process. That knowledge basically liberated me, all right? That helped me a lot. And then I was no more under pressure. I could kind of go on and go on talking to people and sorting them, okay? So, see, the first thing you need to understand in this very important skill called as invitation or prospecting is that it is a sorting process. Okay, you need to really drill it down because a lot of the people understand it intellectually, but they don't really, it doesn't really sink in. And every time they get a rejection from a prospect, they take it personally. All right? Now, if it is a sorting process, when you get a rejection, you don't take it personally. All right? It just becomes something which doesn't fit into the requirement that you're looking for. Okay? You know, one thing that I've realized is people are actually willing to do things for others what they're not willing to do for themselves. Okay, now, all of you sitting here who have fear for prospecting or who have probably hundreds of reasons why you're not calling enough people every day to show the plan. If you were given a job, okay, which pays you $5,000 a month, and the job involved you to call 50 people every day from a telephone directory. That's the job, right? Doesn't matter. Call minimum 50 people every day from a telephone directory. Salary $5,000. How many of you want that job? Okay, without going into details, let me tell you this. Having a job mentality, basically what it is doing to you is, it is taking the ego out of that process. When you're doing it for yourself, you're taking those rejections personally, isn't it? Right? But then now you're suddenly into a job and probably the rejections are, it doesn't matter. I don't know, I mean, who gets those rejections, but somehow it doesn't affect you anymore. But nothing else has changed. All right? It's you're calling people, you're using the same telephone, and I guess those people are still using the same words, which is no. But you don't have a problem calling 50 people the next day, 50 people the next day, and it just goes on. All right? So, I hope you understand, getting into a right frame of mind, getting into a right mindset is the foundation, is one of the most important steps of mastering this very important skill called prospecting. Okay?